Welcome back to the Ed Show. This is the story for the folks who take a shower after work, the workers of America. Wal Mart workers win one round in their fight for fair working conditions and a livable wage. The National Labor Relations Board is pursuing charges against the nation's largest employer for threatening and punishing workers who planned to go on strike last year. The NLRB says Walmart stores in more than a dozen states unlawfully threatened, disciplined, and terminated employees who participated in legal strikes on Black Friday last year. These charges come as Walmart announced plans to be open and fully staffed on Thanksgiving night. Meanwhile, a food drive happening at one Walmart location in Ohio is raising awareness of the number of workers who can't afford Thanksgiving. A former Walmart employee who says she was fired for organizing for better wages reacted on the food drive on Rachel's show last night.
With the food bins, they're asking people, the associates, to their own associates. I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar company. What do they want these associates to donate with? Their food stamps?
Low-paid Walmart workers have had enough. One thing they can be thankful for is the NLRB is on their side. Let's bring in Robert Greenwald of Brave New Films, who directed the 2005 documentary Walmart, The High Cost of Low Price. Now, we reached out to Walmart for a statement, and here's what they said to us today. We look forward to continuing to work with the NLRB in using this opportunity to shed light on the facts. Our focus is on serving our customers and continuing to provide opportunity for our associates. We're ready to have our best Black Friday ever and are on track to promote 160,000 associates. Robert, what's your reaction to what Walmart is reacting to by the decision of the NLRB?
Well, I think that they're trying, obviously, Ed, they're trying to spin it as best they can. But, you know, this is really a historic decision. It's a very important moment where the NLRB is standing up for these very brave workers. I mean, can you imagine having a Walmart job, scraping by, and yet willing to go out and strike and risk what you have in order to take on the largest company in the United States in terms of employees? So it's a turning point, and I think it's the beginning of something very important. And hopefully this Friday, all of the listeners, all of the viewers will get out there and join these workers.
Is this going to motivate Walmart workers to do more strikes? I mean, could they, or I mean, do you think that the movement within the employment force nationwide is going to respond to this?
Well, I think it will certainly encourage them, Ed. I mean, when I interviewed many of these workers back when I did the film years ago, you know, they were isolated. They were alone. And what the folks at our Walmart have done so wonderfully, bring them together, provide unity, provide support, and help these strikes, help these actions, and on Black Friday say no more. We're going to get out there and we're going to support these people who are putting everything on the line.
Your documentary holds very true to this day, the high cost of low price. Capsulize it for us.
Well, we're all paying for the low prices, Ed. We're paying for it in social dollars, and we're paying for it in actual dollars. The number of Walmart employees who have to get government assistance because they're paid so little, the number of tax breaks that Walmart gets, the number of tax breaks that the Walton family gets. Many have called them the greediest family in the world.
Are they?
In the world. Well, I defy anyone to come up with an alternative, and if they do, I suggest we have a contest, Ed, and they send it to your tweet and mine, and tell us who is greedier than the Walton family.
Well, couldn't they afford, I mean, to do more for the workers, to be the gold standard in every community, that everybody wants to work there because it's so good? And they just continue to get away. I mean, to have a historic decision by the NLRB saying that they intimidated workers, is that going to hurt them in the sales arena?
Well, I don't know if it'll hurt them in the sales arena, but I think you're making an important point. Look, this is a company that made $15 billion in profit. $15 billion, that's an enormous amount of money. Again, think of what could be done with that. Think of the raises. Think of the raises they could provide to people and still be profitable. But unfortunately, built into the DNA of this company and the Walton family is greed, greed, and more greed.
Pretty much speaking speaks volumes that they are having the Walmart in Ohio holding a food drive for its own employees. What's your reaction to that?
Well, it's tragic, and yet it's almost unbelievable, and yet it's not. Again, people are working. Remember, these are people who are working, and they don't pay them enough to get by on. That is disgusting, and that's what Black Friday will be about, calling this out.
Doesn't this open the door for another documentary from Brave New Films with this decision? I mean, seriously, this is another big chapter moving forward with workers in this country.
Well, I think the NLRB is a big chapter. And again, Ed, it's very important to call attention to what our Walmart is doing, because they're bringing workers together. And that's really new. And workers are saying, you know what? This is the only job I have, but I'm still going to strike because it's not fair, and I need a fair wage for my work.
Robert Greenwald, great to have you with us tonight. Brave New Films. Appreciate your time. That's the Ed Show. I'm Ed Schultz.